What?
Ooh.
What is going on?
What's up, boys? Welcome back.
Feels like we've done this before.
Yeah. Feels like we did this before.
But 2 nights in a row.
Cool, man. I'm excited to talk about this tonight.
Yeah, this is a whole different experience than not one. I'll say that for sure.
I'm curious to see what you say, man.
For sure. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. We've got a lot of people in the chat. We're already right at like 100 people. Mm-hmm. And we have someone waiting in the wings that did not join us last night. Mr. Carter Dention. What's going on, man?
Oh, baby.
What's up, Bo?
Oh, baby. Did we let you guys know that? Yeah, the stream tonight is sponsored by Prime, so we just want to thank Prime for sponsoring the
Paul brothers.
Yeah,
giving
us WrestleManiacs show tonight. Yeah,
giving us some of those millions and millions of dollars. I wish.
Listen,
Alpha's back.
You can't come on here unless you got a Prime. This stream is sponsored exclusively by Prime. He's got the same one I've got.
Yeah,
it's a popular flavor.
I don't know what the hell Glowberry is, but I was like,
let's do this. Let's all hold them up, and then I want people to take a screenshot, and we're gonna tag us online. Ready?
Don't you dare show up with no body armor.
We sponsored, baby.
I'm not drinking this shit though. The one that I've got's the energy drink that has 200 milligrams of caffeine. So I don't think that would go well with the NyQuil that I just downed. Yeah,
it's not bad. I don't know.
You got to mix it up.
I might take it to work tomorrow. I'll probably need it tomorrow.
That is funny. But
so lots of people in the chat. We're going to talk about Night 2. Now, I do think Night 2 was better than Night 1. I will say that right off the bat. What do you guys think?
I 100%
100% agree. Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch Night 1 other than main event, so yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, it felt like there was more energy tonight. There was more. To me, there wasn't anything bad on this show. Every match, even the stuff I didn't care about, I ended up kind of liking and getting into.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't really know much about that like tag match, the street fight. Like I didn't know a lot about like those. I don't watch SmackDown a lot, so I wasn't sure what that whole thing was. But I mean, they made it entertaining enough, and then having Snoop Dogg on commentary kind of helped as well. So I think that was probably great. The worst match on the card, but
yeah,
it still was fun. Christian,
do
you have your Prime ticket to get in?
You're on your own.
Do we now we're
going to have thick people, baby, holding up the Prime.
Goddamn, boy.
Got some 6 Primes.
I'm saying down.
I'm going to be drinking it down like Stone Cold Steve Austin, pouring it all over me, getting all over on my head, my belly willy. All that good stuff.
Yo, I'm just glad Undertaker rolled out of bed to get to WrestleMania today.
Yeah, that was interesting, man. I'm curious where he was the whole time.
The dead man is officially retired.
Where was he? Like laying under the ring? Where was he?
Well, if you noticed when they pulled Matt up, it looked like there was some kind of contraption that like there was room under there. So, because they ain't having Undertaker laying on his ass under a ring all night.
No. Oh, you're saying when they pulled the mat up, it looked like the floor was like you could take it apart, right?
It looked like there was space under there, like it was the floor was raised, and they kind of.
It was it was some.
I pulled it up.
I almost thought it was some sort of magnet type thing that was holding the mat down, though. But I don't know.
Maybe I'm not sure either. But I mean, you're right. There's no way Taker's laying under there. That's for damn sure. So they had to have something like underground or
that place is so damn big, though. You could easily just wheel him out there with like. Have him dressed up as like a cameraman or something. I don't think anybody's going to notice it.
What was that one pay-per-view? It was the St. Valentine's Day Massacre where they had Big Show. It was like a rib because he just started in a company from WCW under the ring the entire pay-per-view. And he had to like shit in a bucket. And some poor guy working at the arena had to clean it up probably.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and the bucket spilled, if I'm not mistaken, if that's the same story.
Some poor guy making $7 an hour, a custodian at whatever arena I was in, had to clean up the Big Show shit from under a wrestling ring. Just put that in the context.
I look like a damn bear.
He didn't get paid enough. Static and Noise with the 1999 super chat. Appreciate it, sir. Night 2 was killer. DEADPIT Rules Uncle Bill, I challenge you to a hoedown, buddy.
You can't beat me at a hoedown, son. I'll be like patting for a dance. Let's go. Woo! Woo!
Hoedowns are sort of a big deal where we're at, man. So you better know how to go
We do.
if you want to compete with Uncle Bill. Thank you for the super chat there, buddy. But yeah, I mean, I was excited. Now, the funniest thing is, my wife hates Cody Rhodes. Like, she fucking hates him, right? So she was like, Cody Rhodes wins tonight. I'm never watching wrestling again. I can't stand him.
Skillet.
And I'm like, you barely watch it anyway. She was in there and got to experience it, though. I don't know what it is, but she hates Cody.
Did he win her over or no?
No.
Oh, damn.
So was she in there like
Holding up the
when it
finger.
came
Yeah.
on? Like,
Yeah, she is a big Roman Reigns fan for sure. But I was getting more of a kick out of watching Paul Heyman in the match too, because he's just so damn entertaining. And they're not even focused on him, but he's on all the time, you know, that character. So I appreciate that. But I guess we'll go through now. Opening match. Well, first of all, didn't they introduce Stephanie first?
Yeah,
That was the very first
Yeah.
time.
Pleasant surprise, I guess.
She
Yeah,
came
that
out and was like, we got to pat ourselves on the back. This is the
Yeah,
Paul
I mean,
Levesque era.
Right. And then the Warren Treaty. Who the hell is that? I don't know who the hell they are. I've never heard of them before, but they were on there. That guy sung like Jelly Roll.
he sung the hell out of the national anthem.
Oh, baby.
What's up,
Wait,
guys?
not the national anthem, but God Bless America.
God bless America.
Mark's going
Oh.
broadcasting live from in the ring right
Yeah.
now.
Mark is in the ring.
Mark was in there hugging Cody.
Yeah.
Everybody else was hell.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is funny.
People were jumping, popping off, popping on.
I know we're losing people left.
Sorry, we're storming like a bitch here, so I might be in and out.
Buddy, innocence is no excuse. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
So yeah, CM Punk is on commentary. And this match, man, like I really love how they did this match. Because I called it last night. I was like, there's no way Damian Priest and Finn Balor loses both those titles that Damian Priest isn't cashing in tonight. I didn't know on who.
You did call it, yeah.
More than likely, yeah, it was who we were thinking, which is what happened. This was not a very long match. Drew McIntyre celebrating, getting really cocky, getting out there in front of CM Punk and everything. And then, you know, one thing leads to another, and then they start fighting. He starts beating the shit out of him with his leg brace. And then I'm like, he's going to cash in right here. And of course,
I thought if they didn't do that, it would have been kind of lame. Because the match itself was just like so, but like with the cash in and everything they did with Punk, like it actually made it like a lot better that way.
Yeah, it was cool. I felt a little bad for Drew, especially because when Rollins left, Rollins looked at him. He's like, "You fucking deserve it." And I was like, "Oh, that was kind of cool of him to say," because Drew's been working his ass off like big time. And did you see when he went into the audience and he was like texting during the match?
Yeah.
So I guess
Doing
if you went on his
Whatever.
Twitter, it said he actually he wrote on his Twitter right there. He wrote "bored at work." He wrote, and then like so he actually really did it. And then like he lost or whatever. And as soon as he won, and then as soon as he started to walk over Punk, I'm like, it's over. Punk's gonna do something. Damian's coming out. Like as soon as he walked over there. But it's cool to see that Punk is almost healed, which is nice to see. And so then after all that went down and Damian Priest won, Drew put out another tweet like 10 minutes later, and he just wrote "fuck." Like, and I thought that was so funny, you know. But I feel bad for Drew, but I think he's gonna beat Priest maybe tomorrow or very soon. I think because I think at the end of the day it's gonna be Punk and Drew for that belt.
Do you think that was the right move for the cash in? Like, how do you guys feel about Priest? Is he ready for that spot?
Well,
or
I think
what?
No.
This shit is so
maybe-
played out. It's
Well, I
just
think maybe
so
with
played out,
Priest-
man.
I think maybe with Priest, they may try to do like a bloodline thing where the Judgment Day, like the belt belongs to the Judgment Day as a whole, and you have to take down every single one of them to get to it. Maybe they'll do something like that. I don't know.
I mean, that would actually be pretty smart. I think that'd be different. I'd actually enjoy that a lot more than just have it be him. But I also think too that I don't know. Like, I love the Judgment Day, and I hope they don't break up. But I almost feel like this is just going to be the writing on the wall. Like, if he loses it, let's say tomorrow or very soon, and like he starts blaming the other guys for making him lose by like getting in the way or something. Like, I just feel like this could be the beginning of the end. But I'm hoping not, because I think they're stronger together than they are at this point apart. So we'll see what happens. But I do think at the end of the day, it's going to be Punk versus Drew for that belt somehow. And I think Priest is just kind of like a placeholder for a little bit.
So. Didn't you guys
Anyone else
this?
think
How young was Drew McIntyre's wife? I was like, what the fuck? Is that his wife or is that his daughter? That's what I was thinking.
I think they said it was his wife on commentary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was his wife for sure. But yeah, she looks like.
Good for him, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
These comments.
Good for him.
22, 23 years old.
Anybody else think the Money in the Bank cash-in is just so played out at this point? I mean, it's like the same shit every time. I don't know how people can even mark up for that. It's like, I don't know. It's just
the best part of it
played out.
for me,
It's run its course.
The best part of it for me though was just seeing Punk sitting on the desk at the end of it, like, you know, clapping and saying good job. I mean, that's really the setup for the whole thing. Like, I don't give a shit about any of the rest of it, but the way that it played out was the way it should have played out, really.
Punk probably had the best line of the night when Drew was on the table talking to him, saying whatever, and Punk's just sitting there and he's like, and I want you to know that I can't hear a word that you're saying because
that was great.
I got hands on it so much.
Look, can we just take an aside and talk about the ridiculous entrance of Seth Rollins? I didn't know if that was Seth Rollins or RuPaul coming out to the ring. I don't know what the fuck was. What was that, dude?
I like this guy.
Listen, I'm sorry, that gimmick,
man.
I'm so done with this.
I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you.
How much cooler did he look when he came out with the Shield gear on than when he did?
What the fuck was that, though, man? Like, what was that?
I thought Dean Ambrose.
The camera totally missed it too.
And he got buried when he came up.
Did he get hurt getting into the ring? That's what I was wondering.
I don't know. I think it was a weird swerve, but I do agree that that beginning was with his entrance at the beginning was terrible. It was like some kind of Adam Rose like bullshit or whatever. It just didn't. It was just too much, man. You know, I think it's just silly now. I'd rather see him in that Shield gear or something more along the lines of like that.
The old black and gold, like
I think he just looked way more badass. Now he kind of just looks like silly, I think, and I don't know.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't. And I was a big
modern Macho Man, dude. He's the modern Macho Man.
I don't.
Macho Man never wore shit like that.
No, Macho Man definitely was over the top.
It's a different time.
He looked like he was
modern Adrian Adonis.
Yeah. Yesterday, he looked like he was first class on the Titanic with his outfit.
He's like a Thanksgiving Day parade on 2 feet, man. That's what he is.
Look like some from Alice in Wonderland.
For real. I actually posted a video of that on my socials.
Do you think Damian Priest though is he ready for that main event spot? Because they haven't really done.
No, he ain't. But like,
really done.
That was
much
just
with
the right thing for that match, though.
You know what?
It wasn't really like anything to do with him.
I kind of
The
like
further the Punk storyline.
Yeah. No, I like Priest.
They're gonna throw him in the water, see what he does. I think because clearly they'll pivot. Triple H will pivot if he needs to, but why not give the guy a shot? I don't dislike him that much. Now what were people saying on Twitter? They were calling him
bisexual Undertaker.
Bisexual Undertaker. That's just funny. I mean, he looks like the roller skater guy from Fright Night 2. That's what he looks like.
That should be his new gimmick,
he
man.
does.
He should come on the rollerblades.
What
Might
at
this point, the
bisexual Undertaker's like his new gimmick. Like he does like the tombstone, but he just doesn't drop him. He just keeps walking around the ring for a long time with the guy.
He just can't stop. He just can't stop doing the last ride. He likes getting the whole roll around for the last ride.
He just holds it for a long time.
And he likes the yarn in his hair.
It's like a tombstone, but instead he just like holds him and squeezes him like a submission until the guy taps out. That's sort of funny. But no, he's good. Priest is good, and he's come a real long way. But remember when he first showed up, and it was like he had like every gimmick under the book. They didn't know what to do with him. At first, he was like a kind of like a vampire. Then he became like an archery guy. Then he was like a nightclub guy.
I still don't know what the hell he is now.
he was like in the
nightclub. You as a vampire, pal.
Yeah, you're nightclub vampire, archer.
You're a bouncer vampire.
Yeah.
Bouncer. Yeah, like he's like, I don't know what he is, but he's a good worker, man.
That's why I say it could be interesting now because When you ain't got
Well,
Vince in here anymore, we'll see what happens.
He's an older guy though too. A lot of people don't realize he's in his 40s. Yeah,
41. Can you believe
Yeah,
that?
but this is like Attitude Era. Like, wasn't Kevin Nash and Scott Hall like 39 when they started?
Yeah,
like the NWO.
It is nice to see a lot of these guys that at their age that can still go. Like, I mean, you got to look at their roster. Like a lot of these guys, like Miz, Cody, LA Knight, AJ,
R-Truth,
like all these guys that are like even towards the top of the card are like late 30s into the 40s. I mean,
R-Truth,
kind of unheard of.
Yeah, R-Truth's about to collect Social Security.
But it's cool to see them still moving around and going the way that they do. So
it makes me feel good now that I'm in my early 30s that all these guys are still older than me.
Yeah, it would be. I'm looking at these guys and like, well, it makes me feel good. They're still doing it.
Undertaker's in there.
Yeah, because we're old as fuck.
Six-man Philadelphia. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Just real quick. I kind of feel like, though, like if they just had him cash in tonight and then just to have him lose it tomorrow, I feel like that's something that they would have done under the Vince era. Like, because it's week to week. There's no plan to anything. Whereas I feel like Triple H at this point has kind of gained my trust enough to think that there may be some long-term plan in place for him. So we'll see. I don't know.
What about him and what's his face? The Drago guy that lost last. I forget his name.
Gunther.
That could be something.
Oh yeah, you're right, because
you know what I mean.
Going to be trying
because he's clearly out of the U.S. title. That's the chump title.
The only titles I think are going to change hands immediately are the Awesome Truth titles. The rest of them, I think they'll keep.
Probably, yeah. Or Sami Zayn, even. I could see Sami losing within the next month or so.
So you think Cody's going to have the championship for a while? I don't. I think that he's going to lose it pretty quick.
Agreed.
I think SummerSlam will be the course at the longest. I mean, I don't know.
But who takes it, though?
I think people are going to get tired.
The Rock.
Roman
I don't know.
It's going to be Cody and The Rock at SummerSlam.
The Rock.
I'm hearing.
Here's my prediction: is that people are just going to get the audience is just going to get tired of them.
I agree.
Now that this story's over.
Well, to be fair, the audience gets tired of baby faces like all the time.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the way it's always been. So if they can make the fans not get tired of him, then he's doing well. It's been who is it? I think what we said last night, like Hogan, Cena, Rock, Austin. Like besides those four, what other face champions have had longevity in the company? Not many. Maybe
it just depends. Like I said,
but.
Like I said last night, it depends on how they book him. If they bring him out every single week and he's just defending the title against anybody and everybody, then yeah, people are going to get sick of him. Because you go back and look at like Daniel Bryan when they put the belt on him. Does anybody remember anything about his run as champion? No, we all remember the chase.
Wood Grain Championship.
Well, he got injured too. That kind of handicapped because wasn't he supposed to be the one that got squashed by Brock and he got injured and they made it Cena instead?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Or something like it was like a month after Mania. He had like an injury and they had to pretty much stop his storyline.
That's the thing. Like when it comes to like 80s WWF, I can remember it, but like after probably like the early 2000s, it's just it all flows together.
I remember because I stopped watching around that time because it just got ridiculous.
Talking about Cena, like Cena was a babyface and everything, but nobody wanted him to have the championship except Vince. Like Vince just kept saying, thing on him, just shove it down their throats.
Actually, Chopping Mall made a good point. Bret Hart was a great babyface champ for a while. He actually was able to keep
Bret Hart. Yeah, he was.
That's my boy.
Bret Hart's the fucking man.
Amen.
But you're right.
There's only one Bret Hart though. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, weekly title matches with Cody is they can't. They got to save it. And I mean, if you can hold it at least till SummerSlam, I mean, you got to think SummerSlam's August, so I mean, that's still a pretty decent couple.
Well, technically, like he's SmackDown now, though, right? Cody is, so that's the SmackDown.
Yeah, they'd have to move him over.
Yeah.
Just for the record, guys, he is crying right now on the press conference.
I'm gonna try to check that out at work tomorrow.
Uncle Bill, what do you think about that? Tell him to fuck you.
Don't cry, boy. Don't be a pussy.
You can't get on there and cry.
Second match, though, Philadelphia Street Fight. Street Profits, Bobby Lashley versus probably the worst faction in WWE history.
Alter Bridge.
The final testament. Which Scarlett, man, like Scarlett looked great tonight.
Oh, yeah.
That outfit.
She always does.
Yeah, she's good looking.
Oh, my God.
She's hot. She's hot.
But I feel bad that she's with those jabronis.
You're not an AOP fan at all? I thought they were great in NXT. Karrion Kross never hits like his second gear.
I know it's weird because I feel like
he's okay in the ring.
Everything I just feel he has it all. He's a pretty stacked like dude as far as he's good on the mic. He's got a good look. I mean, he's built well. I don't know what the disconnect is with him, but I feel like he did pretty good in NXT when he first came. But then as soon as he came up to the main roster, he was dead in the water. So I don't know why they can't bring him back to what worked before. I really don't know what the disconnect is, but I thought he looked great too.
And he's a legit badass too. Like he used to be like a bare knuckle boxer in like Antarctica or something. I don't remember what it was, but it was something insane.
Doesn't get any worse.
He is an uncharismatic enigma. That's the problem.
You're never going to take him and Scarlett away.
Like Dan Severn.
A package deal. They got to figure something out with him, I think.
He's wailing on polar bears in Antarctica.
$10 super chat from Brandon. What is going on, man? Appreciate it. I saw online a lot of people don't like Kevin Owens' prize fighter gimmick because a lot of the UFC champions are fat like Roy and DC in boxing. I don't know who those people are. I don't follow boxing.
Roy yeah, I know who Roy is.
DC's Daniel Cormier.
Okay.
Yeah, but Daniel Cormier ain't fat. He's like a stout guy, like fucking Kevin Owens. I mean, I like him and all, but come on.
Did you guys pop when Alex Jones came out as a special guest referee?
Oh shit!
I feel that was like thrown together. Like there's a few things on the.
You damn right. You damn right. That was thrown together.
There's no way that was like not yesterday.
That was a Hall of Fame decision. Right. Hey pal, you wanna?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You could tell it was thrown together because they didn't give him a shirt that fit. He's like a skin tight fucking referee shirt. Yeah,
he looked
his
like
gut was hanging out.
He did look pretty.
Do you not have any shame?
No, he doesn't. I think Snoop Dogg. It was probably the best part about that whole thing.
He's entertaining.
Absolutely ridiculous.
He is an entertaining.
That's one of them family reunion tables. Oh no!
He goes. They got the picnic table.
Picnic table.
Hey, boo boo! We started doing Yogi Bear.
Fucking got marked out for that. I have to admit.
Whoop that trick.
Yeah,
but it's so funny because a lot of stuff that happened tonight, Vince would have been going ape shit back there. Like,
Snoop, like the weed references. Like there were weed references all throughout the whole show.
Just pulled out a picnic table. Get his ass back here. They would have never like dealt with any of that shit.
I swear to you guys. There was a cocaine reference somewhere from Pat McAfee to Michael Cole.
Oh,
I'm sure there was.
It was like because they were talking about weed, and he goes, "Oh, that other stuff," and I was like, "Did I just hear that?" I think it was during this match. Yeah, I was like, "Oh my god,
it's crazy."
Okay, let's go.
Him hawking his gin and juice or whatever drink that shit was. I was like, "What the hell is going on?"
They're hawking so much shit on last night and tonight. The production on this, and somebody mentioned this too, like. The production on this show is amazing. Like how they put it all together with with all the ads everywhere and everything was, run smoothly. But the commercials and stuff, man, become a serious, to me, problem. And you're going to have a commercial, like, it's not like you can get Peacock Premium or whatever. And no, it's all fucking bullshit. So tonight's show was 6 matches. And it was 3.5, 4 hours long.
Yeah, because every ad in between took 15 fucking minutes, like every time.
And none of these matches were that. The main event was kind of long, but other than that, most of these matches were less than 10 minutes.
Look, I'll take it over those a few years back when it was just one night and it was like 7 hours. Like that shit.
Yeah, I like the 2 night. I like the 2 night thing, but yeah, the commercials were a little bit much. But what do you guys think of all the advertisements like on the ring during different matches? I actually don't mind it at all. With them on the ring like that, like on the screens and all that stuff. No. I didn't think, and then each match kind of has like a different, they must look at the card and be like, okay, we have 6 sponsors. Each match gets a different one.
It's got Nick Khan written all over it to me.
Oh, for sure. But it's, it's smart, but
it's a TKO thing. Cause they own the UFC and UFC will shove an ad down your throat every second.
Right.
Probably 45 ads per show. So that's what it is. And they're going to do the same thing. I think this is just the beginning. You're going to see a lot more ads.
But I think they do it well, though. Like
an ad on every turnbuckle.
Yeah, like I think because everything's digital now, they can just switch it out, and it's not like a big deal. Like I don't think it's as bad as it could be if it was like if it was logos plastered all over the ring, like all around like a UFC ring or whatever. Like I think that would be a little bit annoying, but yeah, I think it's all right. And then everybody has like a different colors to the match, and I think it's pretty cool that LA Knight's like the new Slim Jim guy. I feel like it kind of works. You always got to get some Slim Jims when you come talk about wrestling. So.
Giving away Slim Jim cars.
Did you see the guy
that lady looked clueless, by the way.
Yeah, she was like she was grateful at all.
She was like, yeah.
She leaves. Like,
that means she ain't getting no car. That was all publicity. That bitch.
Car will be wrapped around a tree here in a couple days, probably.
Did you guys see the guy in the crowd that was deep throating the Slim Jim when they panned across?
Yeah, no, I didn't see that. They took his ass out of there when they cut to the left and came. I was looking for him again. I was like, "Where's the deep throat guy?"
You can't do that,
The
pal.
long boys, it's what you got to do with the long boys now.
We're not ready for that yet.
So, honey,
wait till
how
we get
was
on
WrestleMania?
Netflix, though.
Oh man,
that is weird though. Like that whole thing. Like, what are you, like a kid or something? Like, Dad, can you go in the store and get me a long boy? It's like, what's the deal with the name?
What?
Like, that's what the Slim Jims are called. They're like the long boys.
Long boy.
Long boys.
You didn't see that
I've never
plastered
heard
all
that.
over the place? What? It was plastered all over the place tonight. Long boys.
Well, I've never called them that. I don't know.
No.
I'm not a
guy was
Slim
eating it
Jim.
the
Not
long
a fan of
way,
the
but-
long boys.
I'm not big into the Slim Jim, so I don't know. I never heard Macho Man call him a long boy.
No, I think it's new.
Give me a long boy.
No, you never hear that.
Match number 3, LA Knight
shit.
versus AJ Styles. It was 12 minutes, 28 seconds. Pretty solid match. I like both of these guys. AJ is like, and I knew this would happen, although they pushed him really well when he first came up. But yeah, he's unfortunately he's stuck in the mid card, but I think he's better than the mid card.
He's just putting people over now before he leaves, man. Like I swear
That's what
to
it
God.
seems like. He's just putting people over.
Yeah. Like I
Well,
don't
whatever-
think his intention is staying
Whatever
around.
that dude's doing, I need to know because he's literally like the most jacked he's ever been. The guy's hair is thicker than it's ever been. The guy was losing his hair in like 99. What happened? How did he reverse
He
this?
looks strange.
It's like insane. Like I'm like, whatever he's doing, I need to find this out. It's
I will
wild.
say though, like, do you guys remember the Aces and Eights storyline in TNA years ago?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was probably the best thing that ever happened to AJ Styles. Because before that, if you remember, he had the little ball necklace and he was just like the phenomenal, and it was just kind of played out at that point. And then he did that like dark, like Crow Sting turn where he, kind of grew his beard and grew his hair out and stuff. And he's just carried it on for what, 10, 11 years now or whatever it's been.
Yeah,
I
because he
think
was
he's-
mostly like X Division stuff early on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things because I had heard that he went to speech like classes and everything to try to lose the accent.
Yep.
That was a
To-
Vince
to help
thing,
him
I'm
with-
sure.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like,
Well, fuck
You
you,
don't hear
sound
anybody
like
else do
Jamie
that.
Noble. He really did. Like back when
Yeah.
he first
Yeah,
coming
he
up.
was-
up your ass,
He
beat
sound
up
like
John Cena.
Get you back in that ring, motherfucker.
Beat up John Cena.
Did you hear
flea market.
he had a new
Video.
theme tonight. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a new theme song tonight. So that's
Yeah.
his new thing. But it's funny because his old theme wasn't even supposed to be his theme. So he's kept it this whole time. If you've listened to the lyrics, you're like, this doesn't make any sense for AJ Styles. That theme that he had for all this time, I guess, was the Briscoe brothers were supposed to come in. And then like the last second, something happened where they didn't come. So like they had this theme already like sitting on the table. And then AJ came and they're like, you want to use this? And he's like, yeah, use this. So they gave it to him, but it doesn't even, it's talking about like multiple, like two guys. It's like Southern boys with farmer strength.
Georgia
It's not-
boys or something. Yeah.
It's not, yeah,
Well, he's from
it's not
Georgia.
AJ. So now I guess he's like, with Vince gone, he's like, I wanted a new song or whatever. So
Well, technically, the Briscoe brothers, they're from like fucking Vermont or something, right? Like,
yeah, I don't know what
something
that.
like
Get the
that.
fuck out of here.
no,
How you
they're
could be
not
Vermont
from the
and talk
South.
like that?
They're not from the South. They're from Delaware. I think it's Delaware.
Delaware, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
South.
Mr. McMahon.
What the fuck?
They do. That's killer.
How?
The other Briscoes.
They've
the
been
other-
cosplaying as Southerners this whole time.
We're talking about a couple
Damn
different Briscoes.
posers.
yeah,
Yeah.
the
Ah.
other Briscoes.
Yeah.
But,
LA
yeah,
Knight, though, what do you guys think of him? Because he seems
I
like
love
he's
LA
kind of.
Knight.
I mean, I like him too, but he's kind of lost. Like they didn't really have, anything really that big for him, you know.
Well, I think with this feud ending and LA Knight winning, I think the next thing he's going to do is he's going to challenge for that IC belt. It has to go that way. I think he's going to be the guy to take it.
I think US.
No,
title.
not the IC. What is
I was gonna say,
what does Logan have?
The US.
That's where he's going. He's going after that. He's going to be the one to take it.
I've been a fan of LA Knight since I saw him in TNA as Eli Drake for the first time. The first time he cut a promo, he was in a group with like Drew McIntyre and somebody else, and he was just kind of one of Drew's stooges. And then he cut that first promo, and I was like, "Geez, this guy can talk." And then from then on, he's just been, carrying it ever since. So I've been a fan of his for years now.
Yeah, I mean, he's a star. It's unfortunate they got him so late in the game, but I mean, he's not a guy that walks through your doors very often. As much as he might not be the greatest worker, but I mean, that guy looks like a star, straight up. So it's cool to see, and I hope that they do him right for the time that they have him, because he's another guy.
I think they will. I mean, the crowd's totally behind him. I mean, he's got to go for that U.S. title now that he's got that Mania win. That only seems right.
We do have
still a fan of LA Knight, Christian.
Do what now?
Are you still a fan of LA Knight?
I am. I think I like him a lot, but I think he's partially can only be as good as whatever they're giving him to work with. Yeah. Because eventually people will get tired of just the and the Slim Jims. Maybe not the Slim Jims, but they're gonna have to get him going with something. Because to me, it's not just okay. He's gonna go for a belt. No, give me some drama. He's got to get some interpersonal shit going on. That's what I love.
He's in danger of falling into the category, as Austin says, white meat babyface. You don't want that.
Speaking of white meat babyface, I'm already thinking about this in my head. In 3 months, let's just say they start putting LA Knight up against Cody Rhodes for whatever reason. The crowd's already going to start booing Cody. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah. I think that they're even in trouble if they go Rock Cody, because I think they love the Rock heel so much that it's gonna be the forced turn like it always was.
Kind of heard that last night in that tag match.
If they really had balls, they'd turn Cody heel right now.
That's what I was saying.
I'm talking
we're going to get to Cody for sure. Real quick though, triple threat match: Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton for the U.S. Championship. This is a longer match. I was expecting it to be pretty good. Logan Paul, man,
I'm a fan.
I am too.
He's so good.
He is really good. Yeah, great character, great asshole.
Yep.
He's like light years ahead of so many people in the business now. If he dedicated himself at full time to this in a couple of years easy, he'd probably be the best in the business, I think, because he's just he gets it, all the little nuances and the playing the crowd and stuff. He gets it.
Yeah,
he's athletic. He gets it. You could tell he loves it, because I mean, this is a guy that could make money anywhere, and everywhere he goes, he's holding that belt, promoting the company. I mean, this is only positives for WWE having him here.
I mean, as far as social media and everything goes, he's one of the biggest, on YouTube and Instagram and all that. So
yeah. And Suspirian Knight makes a good point down here. I've seen the comments about his punches. The fact that his finish is a punch, and that's something that your Kenny Omegas and your Will Ospreys couldn't throw a punch to save their lives. It says a lot. Nobody can throw a punch anymore, it seems like. But his looked amazing.
Wasn't it Big Show's finisher for a while there? He was doing the
what about the heart punch? Heart Crush had the heart punch.
Crush's heart punch, yeah.
So yeah, I think he's a great addition to the WWE. It fits perfect. I think it's good for everybody. But and they obviously see a lot in him if they're going to let him, take it tonight. I mean, he's going to beat Orton and Kevin Owens. You almost thought that they would have given this to Orton just.
That's what I thought was going to happen for sure. But
I'm glad they didn't. Though I'm glad they left it with him, because he's doing a great job, and he's just. I'm shocked that he's only been doing this for a couple of years, off and on, really.
Yeah. I kind of saw the ending of the match coming though. As soon as they were double teaming him for 10 minutes almost straight, I'm like, okay, we're gonna have that dissension between the Orton and KO, and he's going to sneak the victory in. And
did you guys hear the crowd chant Gatorade at him?
No. That's what I thought. I was hearing that, but I couldn't tell.
How scared was Orton when Owens is like, "Hey, get on this thing"? He starts speeding down there. Orton was like, "Slow
I think
down."
about 5 seconds later, he was in fear for his life.
Yeah,
He
that
was
thing
thinking
could have
to myself,
tipped over like
if I
that.
flip off this thing at Mania, I'm gonna be so pissed. And
I
then
tell you another thing that I knew when that fucking dancing prime bottle came out, I was like, one of two things here. Like either that thing's gonna get speared or like RKO'd into a table immediately, or it's got somebody in it that's gonna mess with the match. And
Well,
I didn't know who
Well,
the hell
everybody
that
had-
was.
No, I didn't know who the fuck that was. Yeah.
I didn't know who that
I had
was.
no-
but
I had no
he
idea who
did
he
a good
was.
job,
Me
you know,
neither.
like his reactions and stuff. He
He
sold
barked
it. I
at
mean, he
him and
did a good
everything.
job,
That's
yeah.
like his thing. He's a really big streamer on. Well, he was on Twitch. I think he got kicked off, but he's pretty big. He's only 19, and
Jesus.
he's got a huge following. It's
Well, I
crazy.
mean,
I liked how he was
barking at
barking
Orton.
at. Yeah, I liked how he was barking at Orton and talking shit, and then Orton kicked him, and then he started dragging him. And you can see him like looking at him, like, "Dude, I'm just joking. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?" He
I
played
think
it
Orton was a
perfectly.
little bit ticked off, to be quite honest with you, because for one, he was barking at him, which is what it is. But then he started like dropping like so many f bombs in Orton's face, and
Yeah.
Orton was probably like, "Yo, like chill out, man," because
You're not the
you know
Rock.
we're not supposed to be. I'm sure that's not really what they wanted. So I think Orton kicked him pretty good to be like, "Yo, chill." And then he picked that
Yeah, he
dude up.
definitely,
He weighed
definitely
nothing and
checked him.
forced-
You could tell.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Orton, I think, was a little bit hot headed at that dude or whatever. But and then they gave him the RKO and the fucking thing didn't break, which hurts like way more.
It was a
How
good
many
match,
times
though.
did a table not break tonight?
Like
I know
5 or
one
6.
occasion where one broke on accident, but there was like 3 different occasions where a table just did not give.
I think there's
I
like a
twice
sweet
on the
spot.
announcers. And
There's
Yeah.
a sweet spot on those tables that, like Cena, I think he knows exactly where they're at. Like if you see him put somebody through a table, it like
Yeah.
I don't know where it is, but they aim for one specific spot that maybe.
Yeah, it's like
designed
they
to-
knew to save it for like the main event and all that stuff. So
I got to admit though that the chemistry between like Orton and Owens in that match was amazing. Like when they were doing all the little back and forth stuff at the very beginning, like and he missed the RKO and then Owens was like staring at him and he was like,
Yeah.
sorry about that. Like all that whole thing was great, all those spots. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
Logan's
really
Those
enjoyed
dudes
this
are
match.
like veterans, you know.
Don't you think it's weird though? Like, and I know they've done everything with Orton, but it's almost like he's really an afterthought. Like there's not an option to put him anywhere bigger on the card anymore.
No, but I
Yeah.
think he's always there just in case. And I think Randy Orton is at a point now where he's just a draw in himself. So like titles and shit, I don't think really matter anymore for him. But
yeah,
Yeah.
you can tell he just doesn't really care. Like in terms of like how he comes off or anything, like he seems really, really to just enjoy himself out there and do whatever the hell he wants to do. That's the
Mhm.
impression.
he's
I
done it
get.
all.
We
Yeah.
do have 160 people checking this out live, so we appreciate everybody tuning in and definitely like the stream and thumbs up and heart it and tell your friends, family, neighbors, and distant relatives, even coworkers. Tell them about it. Bailey versus Io Sky for the WWE Women's Championship. I was looking forward to this. 14 minutes and 23 seconds. I thought it was pretty solid. I enjoyed
it was
Christian,
better
you're-
than I was expecting. I'll tell you that much.
wait, you're
1,000
giving the
times
thumbs
better
down,
than-
Christian, because I'm guessing Bailey's pants weren't tight enough, or what?
They weren't tight enough, and it was. It's just come on, man. It's. I mean, no disrespect. When you guys start talking about how good the women wrestle, I can't take it seriously. I just can't. I'm sorry.
You can't take women wrestling seriously.
Not
You
not
don't take
unless-
women
can't
seriously
either.
at all.
90% of the time,
Listen,
I can't either.
not
Jim
unless
Cornette
it's,
hardcore.
unless it's like Rhea, because it's so. This is what I'm getting at. Her and what's her face last night. If you blow on Becky Lynch too hard, she looked like she'd break her back. It's
I agree.
ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous to me
With
that they
that,
can
yeah.
fake a match. So it's and the same thing. Bailey looks like she could pummel that girl she fought tonight. I can't take it seriously. It's too lopsided.
Well, she did.
Way
She
too
won.
lopsided.
Yeah, she
I was
beat-
hoping that they did. I was hoping that the damage control would get in the ring and like help her.
What
And then
happened with that? Yeah, they
you'd
weren't
see-
there.
You'd see Charlotte, Becky, and they'd be like, just go Zelina Vega, go. You
Yeah.
go. Like, and they'll just use her as like the new Sasha. Like, go ahead. You go out there and help Bailey. But
I
that was
just
the original
thinking,
plan. The original plan was to have the 4 horsewomen versus damage control, but it got screwed up when
way.
Sasha went to AEW. So they had to kind of switch gears there.
Did you notice that?
That was all right.
I thought that Bailey sold her ass off though. She was selling like she had a table at the flea market. Like It was made.
Selling rugs at Bull Creek.
Yeah. I mean, I like Bailey a lot. I know people say she's got a butter face, but I mean,
She does.
I like Bailey.
Well, Justin said
Best ass in the
it
business.
looks like Eric Stoltz.
What the? Good
Damn,
Lord.
he just went in. Holy shit. Well, goddamn, buddy.
That's my thing with the women's wrestling. Like, don't get me. I love looking at beautiful women. Who doesn't? But like, it's hard for me to sit there and be like, "Oh, this is a great match."
Christian's
No.
going all in this.
Like a plucked chicken. God.
No. She used. If you remember Becky Lynch before the
She
the
does.
accident where she got her face smashed in by the King Kong
Yeah,
woman,
she was jacked. She was
She
like a
looked
little short
better.
guy. Oh,
Yeah.
way better.
she's so small now. It's
Yeah, she looks.
I can't. She looks like she weighs
looks
80
like,
pounds.
Yeah, she looks like that. And I remember CK brought it up. That was that Safdie Brothers movie, Heaven Knows What, about the crackhead chick. That's what she kind of looks like now. Like since she's lost all that weight.
Yeah, her
Hey,
face
CK,
is so
ever
tucked
since you
in.
said it, it's an uncanny resemblance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's-
can't take her
She's
seriously at all.
she's way
anymore.
too small. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. It's probably some sort of hippie shit where she's breastfeeding.
You know
her
it is.
kid.
She's eating like
Oh,
Brussels sprouts and
it's
dirt.
something stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when she came back
Blood
from the
cookies.
baby, she got real like she lost all that extra.
She's
weight
on like a
and she was-
cabbage and air diet or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Sucks the lint off the carpet for.
Yeah.
Super Hit Boy.
Celery and cashews.
Yeah, but I don't know where Bailey goes now. Does she like just go through damage control?
Well, you
Super
gotta
IT
remember,
Boy's a big
Oh,
Mama
God.
Rhodes fan.
I don't know
Mama
if there's any women in NXT that have been doing good, but you know for a fact there will be NXT people coming up tomorrow and that sort of thing. So
I know. I just don't know who because
Tiffany
I follow
Stratton, I
it.
would think,
Stratton's
maybe
the only
be,
one I think is
yeah.
probably going to be the one. to
Carmelo
maybe
Hayes
take
is
that.
already on SmackDown, pretty
Well,
much.
yeah,
off
but I'm
and
saying
on.
women.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm
I
saying
don't
like
think
they're probably
NXT's
gonna have
got anybody ready yet.
I don't think
yeah, I don't-
anybody. Yeah, I don't think anybody's ready in the women's division.
maybe
Stratton's
they
gonna
don't
be the
make
one.
them
Too new.
fight as much like they don't need to make the women probably go through as much title defenses as the guys either. I mean, make it space it out a little
I
bit,
agree.
you know.
that would make sense given the size of like their overall division. Like it's not
Yeah.
that many women. so-
Let it breathe.
Yeah, I
you know?
agree.
But
They have a lot of women, just not very many good ones, in my opinion. I think that's a problem industry wide. I just think that there's they have a lot of female wrestlers, but there's very, very few that can actually go and hold their own in the ring. I think.
That's one of the many problems in AEW. Their
the
division.
women's division's
Yeah.
is not good at all, and I have a
Let
feeling
me
that
tell
like,
you something.
Here we go.
That's the
Let me
least.
tell you
That's
this.
the least.
well,
That's the
it's
least of AEW's problems.
Oh,
right now.
I mean, okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
Are we gonna talk about that sometime tonight?
well,
Wes?
yeah, let's
Sure, they got
Wednesday?
Mercedes
switch gears
moan
for 1
now.
second. But like that's the thing
Mercedes
where
moan,
Sasha
baby.
Banks is somebody that she's a complainer, right? So the money's good, but as soon as she starts working with a lot of their women, she's gonna be all over social media complaining like how bad they are.
Mhm.
Because she's not gonna want to wrestle all these women that aren't that good.
Are you
Like, she's
talking
gonna-
about Mercedes Moné or Mercedes?
Yeah, I think that once she
Piece of
starts,
shit,
but
man,
once
like-
she starts working with those women, she's gonna be like, oh, like they don't work good, and I just have a feeling because she's somebody that's
Who?
she complains a lot. And I
sorry.
just don't think they have a strong division.
Well, they
for
paid her
to-
crazy money too.
Oh,
from
I
what
know.
I hear.
It's insane.
Who the
But-
hell likes her? Is what I want to know.
Not
Like,
me.
who is
I never got-
excited to see
I've
Sasha
never
Same
Banks
thing.
understood
go
Sasha
do
Banks.
anything?
Well,
Same
I was
thing. She
never
get
a
in the ring
fan,
with
but-
Charlotte
Hey,
Flair, and I have to. You really got to suspend disbelief when she's in the ring with Charlotte Flair. It's like Charlotte could snap her in half.
Well, it's like Rio in AEW. You ever seen her? Like,
yeah.
she does like this elbow drop off the top rope, and it's like she's gliding like a fucking paper airplane. She's damn small.
It's,
yeah,
it's
that'll
killing
be-
me.
She gets
That'll
caught by the
be
wind, goes up in the
interesting.
rafters.
to see what happens with her over there. But
Fucking
you want to talk about
Ty Wade.
the AEW Wednesday night
Old,
Oh,
fiasco?
I
old
can't
city,
footage.
old city Ice House has the comment of the night.
Where is it?
Old City
These-
Ice House.
I can't see
I
it.
can't.
Where's he at?
It says, you want me to read it? I see it right here.
Go for it. I don't
It
see it.
says Jacking it with Jay Uso, skeet or no skeet?
What the heck?
Oh yeah.
Hey, it's after. Oh, it's not after midnight yet. Sorry, Garrett.
That's all right.
I saw Jay had a rebuttal earlier today. I think it was on Facebook. He posted something about it.
No.
He's pulling a
NDAs.
Tony
He
Khan.
laid down the challenge.
NDA.
How about
No.
NDA.
I don't want a 20-minute long video talking about how much we fucking suck. So let's not go in.
No, we don't need that.
What shitheads?
Anyway,
We wish them
back-
all well.
Speaking of NDA, you guys did
Oh,
you guys
you
hear
think
the
you
AEW Wednesday night? What's going to go on now?
Yeah.
I did.
yeah, that's
I'm
Is
still
that
not going
like
to watch
stupid?
it.
Who gives
I
a
mean,
shit at this
yeah.
point?
I'm watching. it.
Why are they? Why
'Cause
do
they're
they
children.
focus so much on other companies at this point? It
What else do they
boggles
forget-
my
what else they
mind.
gotta
Like,
focus
That's all
on?
they have.
even if
That's
they
all
come
they
out and
have.
they're like, "Oh yeah, Punk lied," who gives a shit? Like
Yeah,
this is not soap opera. This
This-
is fucking.
They're
the ones
just
that run,
proving
like, we're
Punk
pro
right by
wrestling.
showing
We're
that.
pro wrestling.
Listen,
Like,
this is going to go
100%,
down in
man.
history of one of the stupidest things they've ever done. It will.
childish.
And
Oh,
I
yeah.
could say what
You
I really
did you
think
see
about
this?
Tony Khan, but it's worse than what Jay said. So I'm not going to say it, but that's how I feel about Tony Khan as a human being.
Did you?
I
see this,
guarantee
Uncle
you
Bill?
it's going to be like a skit or something too. I guarantee.
It
you.
could be a
I
swerve.
know.
It could
I
swerve
get
us,
what
yeah.
y'all are talking about.
All right, so here's the deal. So last week, Punk was on a podcast, and basically they were trying to get him to talk about the issues in AEW, and he kind of talked about them a little bit, but he was kind of like, I can't say a lot because of NDAs, and basically he called them all a bunch of babies, all this other shit. Said if he could kick their ass if he wanted to, and he didn't threaten Tony Khan and all this other stuff. So it is what it is. But then, he said, they're not about making money. It's just not. Tony Khan's not a boss.
Yeah, that part I
and all this
heard.
other
Yeah.
shit, right? So
It's all
now
facts.
on Wednesday, the Young Bucks are going to come out and they're going to show footage from the arena's security cameras on what really happened that day backstage.
Question real quick.
No,
this-
this is
is
what
this-
really happened.
Is this the Jack Perry Wembley thing, or is
I
this
think it's the Jack Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Jack Perry
Dude,
thing.
even if
Who
Punk
gives
looks
a
like he's a
fuck?
bully and you get to see Jack Perry getting his ass whooped on security footage, what does that do? This
Well,
is literally, I can't wait to see
He
what
was
Eric
also his
Bischoff
boss
says
too
about
at the
this.
time too. It's like he was in charge. So I mean,
Yeah,
what's
he
he
was
gonna do?
running
Well,
collision.
think about how sad this is. They sold what 80,000 tickets to Wembley or whatever
No,
it
they
was.
didn't. No way.
Whatever
They
it
stretched it.
was,
It was a lot of
70, whatever
tickets.
it was. A lot of tickets. But the only thing that anybody remembers or gives a shit about that show is the fact that CM Punk whipped the shit out of a jobber backstage. That's the only thing anybody remembers about that show.
Right. Yeah.
That's AEW in a nutshell right there.
Wes is going.
He can't write any good storylines, so he's been
I will
relying on
record it.
backstage drama for like 2 years.
They'll hype this up probably the entire show, so it'll be like the last segment of the show, probably.
Well, why are
Main event.
that's
But ultimately,
crazy? Like you're doing it about a guy in the other
In the-
like the
right? What's the
this is other
payoff
federation.
to this?
There's no
Exactly.
payoff.
There's
It's not
Dude,
a real
this is-
business, Wes. It's not a real
this is-
business.
Yeah, no,
It's
somebody
a
needs to
rich
tell
kid.
him.
It
Being a
really
baby.
is like Vince Russo WCW right now.
Hey, don't
It's
do
worse.
that.
It's
Hey,
worse.
No, that's an
Worse.
insult. That's an
Worse.
insult.
bro,
Bro,
It is. That's the kind of
bro.
shit he used to do.
bro, play the footage from Wembley, bro. Play the footage,
Bro.
bro.
I could fucking see him
It's a
doing that exact
wrestling
thing.
show, bro.
Bro, they
Wrestling.
get the footage,
Listen.
bro. Put it on the screen.
somebody needs to tell Tony Khan to lay off the fucking Adderall or whatever he's popping.
I'm
every day that
surprised
he's
at
on.
this
it's not
point he wasn't
Adderall.
like
Oh, dude,
Cocaine.
he wasn't
he's pounding 7-pound rocks before these shows.
He goes out and he's like he forces Edge to read like the
well, his dad's a
text that
billionaire.
bitch
He's
girl,
getting the
like, on
best
air or
shit.
whatever.
Oh, he's getting the cleanest.
Yeah.
He's getting
He's
that
getting-
blue meth.
he's getting
the
a pink,
I
Heisenberg.
don't know. It's just
Yeah,
it's crazy
the
to
blue
me.
just came out.
Cocaine.
The pink has been out a while. He's getting the blue.
Their
Yeah.
focus
He's
is
buying a
really,
pink.
that's the problem.
He was buying a pink from Diddy. That's what happened.
Also, though,
Really?
the hot package though for the Cody Roman Reigns match
Oh yeah.
had
Yeah,
photos of the Young Bucks with Cody and
Yeah.
Kenny Omega and Jericho with Cody.
I saw that. Yeah.
That's kind of interesting. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe they're trying to. Maybe they were like, yeah, don't show the footage.
They even mentioned Jericho in commentary. I was surprised.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
I'm gonna guess
Fuck
within
Jericho.
a year. But I
Seriously,
agree.
fuck
He's
Jericho. I'm
he's
so
truly
sick of all that shit.
Look at,
Fuck
look
that
at this
guy.
comment. Someone say it out loud.
Alexa.
Alexa, play
JBL.
JBL theme song.
That's the greatest heel in the 2000s. Man. I fucking love JB.
He's a wrestling god.
I want to hear somebody's house
It's
just
basically like the Dallas theme song or something is what he had, wasn't it?
That's exactly what it was, yeah. The dinner bell going off.
Ding, ding,
But anyway,
So
shit.
yeah,
Dinner bell.
the main event though, the
Yeah.
Bloodline Rules match. Everybody's looking forward to it. This was 33 minutes, 26 seconds. Lots of plunder, but to be honest, I was expecting more throughout pretty much the entire match. We didn't really get that until what? Maybe the last
Yeah.
5 minutes of the match.
Hey, this guy might be onto
How
something.
dare you, sir?
Yeah, it's still real to me, damn it.
How dare you?
All right, so
Oh, shit.
match of the night. I liked. Did you guys notice like when they were doing all the vignettes and when they showed like Bloodline like walking in the was it like in the parking lot and they had like that real like cinematic camera going where it looked like it was just a movie
Yeah.
of them
Well,
walking.
not
That looked really cool.
not only that, but when they were in the ring doing the announcement of the, from the main event, the way the camera angle was on Cody and then the announcer, I forget the woman's name, and then Roman. It's really well done. You can tell there's a totally different like crew.
Is that
Looks like one
the
of those
8K
4K
camera
cameras.
or
Or
It looked like it was 24 frames per second too. Like it
Yeah.
looked
Yeah, there was
cinematic.
a lot of judder to it.
Mhm.
Jitter, judder, whatever you call it. It was super.
It looked
crystal
cool.
clear.
It looked really epic.
They may do WrestleMania 40 in 4K on they could be a home video release. They may bring it back.
Vinegar
Yeah,
syndrome.
Samantha Irvin.
Dude,
Severn
she's
could
great.
release it for $189.
I like her a whole lot. Yeah.
She is really good. She's one of the best for sure.
And I totally
Who's
agree.
that?
The production stuff is great, and there's no shaky cam like the other guy used to have. Remember how annoying that used to be? Where it's like
The
the
Not only
cam's
shaky
zooming
cam,
in.
they used-
yeah.
Or they used to cut all the time, and you'd have like a damn epileptic seizure watching.
Yeah, because like every time the
wrestling
guy's
match,
punching,
'cause-
it would be cutting all over the place. Yeah, I think they
It's
do.
like cut.
It's been
Horrible.
way better since they got rid of that guy.
yeah, no more Kevin Dunn.
I did see photos that Dustin Rhodes was there. He was in the skybox, but of course, I guess he signed with AEW, so he couldn't
Yeah.
appear on camera or anything.
He was one of
He
he was one of the people in Seth Rollins' intro.
He what?
could have been.
You caught that?
Yeah, it'd be so killer. It was.
It's got his wings on.
Oh god.
But I thought this was a great match, a lot of fun, a lot of surprises as well. I think that there were, rumors that Cena was going to be involved, of course, and Big Match Jen run down there. You also had, all the Bloodline guys. The weirdest one, and we talked about this earlier, to me was Seth Rollins as the Shield coming out.
Well, I marked out when that music hit. I was like, okay, there's going to be something killer happening.
I'm like,
here.
there's
And it's
no
just
way.
You thought it was Ambrose.
John Moxley comes out.
anything. Yeah,
come
like,
on.
Through the crowd.
I'm not a
Well, did the
Moxley
cameraman
fan, but I
just
still
totally
would've
miss him?
marked out.
yeah.
I don't
They
know.
just missed it, Ambrose. They left him up.
He
Yeah.
was there.
He was still
I
trying
kind
to
got
of
get
lost.
wonder, did he
He was
get
ble-
injured
he was
on the way to
bleeding
the
somewhere.
ring?
I think
wonder,
something
did he
happened.
actually get injured because he wouldn't even stand up in the ring when the match was over. He was still sitting in the corner.
Yeah, I saw KO like
Yeah.
helping him out of the ring when they were.
Blew
Yeah.
a quad.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I
got
Maybe
think
smashed.
something
Yeah.
happened there because, he was like, he couldn't hardly get in the ring. And then they did a real quick thing where Roman kind of jumped up out of nowhere and attacked him. And I'm like, this is weird.
It was,
Yeah.
and the way
The
the
spot-
camera cut too, like for a second, I thought I was like, is that a fake Roman? Like it was like the way they did it, it was strange because you weren't sure like whose music was there. And yeah, it was a strange cut to that and not to not see him jump in the ring. And all of a sudden you look and Rollins is like already laying down.
Yeah, they
And so
probably
maybe I was
knew.
like, is that really Rollins? Or was it like someone dressed up like him? Like I was so confused at what was going on.
The
I would've
spot,
rather-
the
They
spot
kinda
they
made- they kinda
recreated
made-
with.
Go ahead,
Hold
bud.
Oh no, I was just gonna say the spot they recreated with the chair, him, Roman, the tables
Yeah.
turned, hitting. That was really well done.
Yeah,
I
they
was
kind of
like,
made
okay, that's
Seth
cool.
look like a huge piece of shit at the end of the show.
Yeah.
About
Like,
Well, that's because
he just got in the ring and immediately got his
Yeah, I
ass
love
kicked,
it.
and that was it.
That was the best
Yeah.
part of the night.
Did anybody think
Yeah.
that spot with the Usos where he like dove off the side of the balcony was like I was like, did they miss the table? What the hell happened there?
I did
They
think that
definitely
probably
missed
hurt.
partially, yeah.
It was crazy. I was like, they just fly off and you don't hear any crash. And you're looking at just both laying on the ground. You're like, what the hell?
Because that's got to be a pretty big drop, man. You don't realize it with that ramp, but like, and when they showed, I was like, God damn.
I think that the thing with Taker though would have been a lot cooler had he been in some sort of.
Well, that's
Taker
exactly what
costume.
I thought. I was like, why the fuck to go through all that? And then he shows up in his pajamas.
He had a hoodie on. Yeah,
I think
they woke him up 5 minutes before.
Make it.
Yeah,
it almost seems like that was supposed to be the Austin spot and something like.
Yeah, you know what?
It definitely was.
I still thought Austin was going to show up after the match ended because I was looking at my phone and I was like, okay, it's 9:38 when the match ended. I said they're gonna have the Kumbaya. The Rock's gonna come out and be like,
"That's
get
exactly
the F out
what
the
I
ring,
thought.
or you're all fired." I'm TKO, and then Austin would have come out and stunned him, and then the beer and all that.
Which, by the way, I don't like heel Rock, final boss Rock walking down to the ring angrily, just screaming F-bombs. It's the best shit ever. Yeah, like it's just aggressive. Yeah. He dropped like 6 F-bombs. You couldn't hear a single one because he was.
There was a few throughout the show that escaped and got on there. Like I honestly think that they're not really caring as much anymore. It seems like that's not, that's not as
holy shit.
Right.
Yeah, a couple times.
So whenever they're on Netflix, I'm almost positive we're going to get like an R-rated show.
Yeah, I feel like they're creeping that stuff in now to kind of get the audience ready.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm ready.
Totally
Oh yeah, we went through the PG era for freaking.
I'm ready
20
for the
years,
shits,
like,
the piss.
I mean, let's be honest. This shit is like 10 years overdue, like, and I love the Attitude Era. And I mean, I get it. You can't have, as Jim Cornette would say, transsexual midgets come out and wrestle. But I mean, Jesus Christ, like the sanitized piece. I would love that. That'd be great. But
I was about to say.
Yeah. That's the Young Bucks.
I think we're in for a good change. I think I'm also curious too because they said there's a new era. So what's the thing that they just trademarked? The Renaissance era. Yeah. So I think we're going to see a lot of changes. Like I almost feel that belt is going to change. I think that big Cody belt with the big W on it is going to be changed. I mean, man, imagine him bringing back Winged Eagle. I think that was.
He said he was doing.
Please.
He put that on his Instagram or Twitter like a year or two ago.
That would be freaking amazing if he was able to do that back as the main belt. I mean, it would just they need change, and I think they kept saying tonight pro wrestling's back, which to me they seem like they're going to start to go back to not be calling it sports entertainment anymore and more like trying to go back to what it used to be, which I think would be smart, especially now being under the banner of TKO with UFC and what.
Sorry.
So
I saw it too.
What's a tush infection?
No, a thrush infection.
Tush infection.
He's got a tooth infection, baby.
Let me tell you about tooth. I got an infection.
Did any of you guys pop for the Nick Khan hug after the match? Like, what the fuck was that all about?
What about Bruce
Richard coming out? I was like, dude,
that is calculated. Yeah. That is so they're trying to, because of everything going on, they want to kind of get these guys out in the open because they don't want them to because Vince Russo keeps saying, oh, Triple H is out of there. I'm like, dude, if he was out of there, they would have started getting his ass off of TV a long time ago.
Yeah,
after this weekend with the praise that he got from everybody, I don't think that they would be able.
Yeah, they brought Stephanie back into the mix. This is all calculated. Now Pritchard looked like shit, man.
When they said Bruce Pritchard, I was kind of like,
did the crowd boo him? I thought
they booed him.
That's mixed. They started playing
Pritchard anyway, so
yeah, I probably wouldn't have brought him out there, but whatever.
There was something to wrestle marks in the crowd, so they got a little pop. But
did you see the moment that got me? The moment that got me though, that I was thinking like Tony Khan has to be hanging himself in a closet somewhere right now, was when Punk came out and hugged Cody. Yeah, and stood there and raised his arm in the middle of the ring, and Tony Khan's got to be looking at us and be like, both of those guys were in my company not even a year ago.
I think he was probably even more upset when he was like when they were in the middle of the ring and Cody was hugging Triple H and he like gave him that big grasp because Tony Khan's all about hugging the boys or whatever. He must have been like, no!
He needed a hug.
You know what's so funny too?
He needed a hug tonight.
He already regrets deciding to air this footage. I guarantee this was such a snap decision, and he just had Edge cut the dumbest promo. Pro wrestling is great. I love pro wrestling. Screw the negative. a day later or 2 days later, excuse me, we're gonna air the footage.
Haters are gonna hate.
Like this is all the podcasts. I'm gonna have so much shit to listen to.
Well,
I mean, I
you know
can't
what,
wait
though?
for Bischoff to talk
Someone
about
made a
it.
good point that I
yeah.
haven't heard yet in this chat, and I apologize that I don't remember who said it. But somebody thinks that they're gonna do this, and it's gonna be for the reasons they want to do. But ideally, it's to try to bring back Jack Perry and give him some kind of like push somehow.
Oh yeah,
gives
that's
a
really
shit?
gonna work
Jesus
out.
Christ.
And I didn't think about it that way.
really
They're
gonna
trying to
work
use
out.
it to their advantage, but I think at the same time they're really doing it. Which there's no
Buddy,
there's no
you can
need to
bring-
be doing anything about their competitor. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's the one thing
You
WWE
can-
always said. You want them to forget about your competitor, never talk about him. Don't even
They
pretend
could bring
know.
back Luke Perry and nobody would give it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Jesus.
Fucking 90210 music start playing. He comes out there. Nobody cares.
I feel like
Looking
Benoit
like
has
looking
more
like the
fans than
fucking
Jack Perry right
ECW
now.
zombie.
yeah.
Oh God.
Just
Does everybody remember where they
Dude, the
were when that
ECW
happened?
zombie is more over than Jack Perry.
You
That's
guys,
probably
you
true,
guys
yeah.
remember seeing that live for the
Sci-fi,
first time?
sci-fi.
I do, yeah.
Unfortunately,
Dude, I
yeah.
remember exactly where I was, but all of a sudden I'm like, oh my god, ECW is gonna be the sickest thing, and that's the first night I walked out. We all look at each other.
I was like,
What
yeah,
the
this
fuck
shit's
going
over.
This
It's doomed.
this is done. This is dead on arrival.
Well, I remember
It
that
was
was
so
that,
dead
that
on
had to
arrival.
have been. I remember
We're gonna have a
specifically because I remember when
zombie.
that came back, they were talking. There was rumors online that since it was on the Sci-Fi Channel, they wanted to incorporate more like sci-fi and horror
Yeah.
elements into ECW, and that had to be Paul Heyman saying, "Okay, we're gonna give him a fucking zombie." Then
Well,
have
they had the
same
vampire
image.
girl
Yeah,
too. What was her name? The
Ariel.
Ariel.
Uh,
She was
yeah.
hot as
Yeah,
fuck.
she
Big
was.
and
titties.
Kevin
Yeah.
Thorne when they
Kevin
go the
Thorne.
vampires.
She was no
Right.
Daphne.
Dude.
I'll tell
Don't you think?
that.
That
Don't you
shit
think
was
Tony
like-
Khan? Tony Khan should be a full heel at this point. Be
Oh my
that
God.
stupid brat.
Like basically what Vince was in a sense.
Yeah.
right? Like a different way.
This
He's
is my
really
son.
announcing
about-
No,
It's right
yeah,
there in
yeah.
front of him.
He couldn't pull it
He
off
needs
though
to-
as a character.
No.
He's just not good on camera in any
No,
way.
No, he's
just awkward
There's
and
something
weird.
wrong
I'm
with
telling
him.
you,
There's
man. He needs to
it's a
come out with the
fresh-
put the white powder around his nose. Come out,
Kill
maybe some on his
himself.
shirt.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
you ever see when he's
his
in an
gimmick
interview
is-
sometimes?
he's-
He'll do an
He could
interview,
do
he's
like
gonna
a
get-
Tony
He's burning
Montana
his company
gimmick.
to the ground. Yeah.
Hey,
He
hey,
starts
guys,
speaking like Razor Ramon all of a sudden. He's like,
whatever. Hey, what happened to Jinder Mahal? Like I'm a Jinder mark. I like Jinder, and he's just gone again.
don't
Yeah,
have
Like-
the gender.
I like Jinder. He's a big
Don't hinder
motherfucker.
the gender.
I like
Yeah,
Jinder,
yeah.
especially
Remember
when guys
Tony
like, who
Khan
the fuck
called
is
him out online, and then all of a sudden he
who the
got a
fuck is
push
Hook?
third day.
Watch Monday Night Raw. Like that was great.
Yeah,
Fucking
Tony Khan will
idiot
do an
Tony
interview
Khan.
and he won't blink through the whole interview.
Is that not the most?
You know, I mean,
Thanks,
He's
guys.
such a mark.
Justin
Oh.
Smith doesn't agree with you on gender.
I don't.
Look,
give a
look,
fuck.
hold on. Just
Fuck you.
you know what, Christian? Just like you said about the
I like
women,
Justin. I know Justin. I like Justin.
Justin's a good dude. But
just
go
like
fuck
you said about the women, the women match is not being realistic. That's exactly how I feel about somebody like AEW, like Hook. Like, what the fuck is that?
Oh,
Like,
dude,
are
it's
you
a
kidding
joke.
me?
It is a joke.
What
It's
a
a joke.
joke, dude.
Samoa Joe takes bigger shits than Hook.
How dare you?
Yeah.
About Taz's boy.
That's
Nobody
Taz's
would
boy,
ever
brother.
be afraid of this dude.
Hey, brother, from Red Hook District.
Don't
He
talk
looks
about
like
my
he
boy,
looks,
brother.
I know. He looks like the Street Fighter 2 character nobody would pick. Just like an idiot,
Yeah.
80-pound boxer
Insult.
with a stupid
Yeah.
haircut.
you're
It's
gonna
the-
you're gonna
the
see a lot of
awesome.
cool shit, I think.
He's like the DJ of
Yeah.
Street Fighter. Like nobody's
Yeah,
picking him.
But I liked tonight. I think tonight was way better than last night. I think, Cody winning was the right thing to do, and I guess we see what happens here. But I'm very intrigued for tomorrow. Hopefully, there's some
MJF's coming back.
MJF.
Yep.
It's-
Yeah, but where do you
Yeah.
take what? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, where does Cody go from here? Because now you've got, I know Rock or what was it, Rock and Cody at SummerSlam's the rumor, but what do you do until then? That's like 4 months from now or whatever.
You gotta have
hopefully not-
something in mind.
yeah, hopefully not anything weekly. Trying to think what you could do leading up. We might find that out tomorrow. I mean, do you bring someone like from his past back? I don't know what you do with him right now, but I think, like I said before, I think it was the right decision. It goes to show all these guys that get fired that there is light at the end of the tunnel. You just got to work your ass off. It's like anything else. Like Cody worked his ass off to be where he is now, and I think he deserved to be there because again, it showed that these guys get fired and they just end up like hanging it up and going to like do just like a regular job. He was like, forget it. Like, who else? Like Matt Cardona is kicking ass right now. He's the next one that's like making such a huge name for himself. And it would be nice to eventually see him come back. But
Drew McIntyre, look at Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre's the same thing. Yeah.
He was in 3-man band and then was gone and then reinvented himself, came back, and
I like to see that because it just shows, hey, we're going to let you go, work harder, and prove to us that you're a star, and we'll bring you back. Like,
you see who really wants it and who actually gives a shit. Yeah,
he's at his best that he's ever been right now. Drew McIntyre.
I 100%
without a doubt,
100%
for sure.
Like without a doubt, man. Like whenever him and Seth, that whole feud, like it's not even comparable. Drew's just way better. He's like the total package. He's so good on the mic now. That was his thing that he was never really good at, even when he was a face a few years ago. But now, like him just coming out and like that a few weeks ago, just shitting on Punk and on the announce table and not shitting on the announce table, shitting on Punk while
that'd be awesome.
That's Vince doing the real shitting.
But
I love it. That's good shit.
But who knows? I mean, they seem to be mending a lot of fences with a lot of people, legends, all this other stuff. There's talks about Bo Dallas coming back and doing something. They've obviously got a lot of stuff going on. Like the other night, like, Bubba Ray Dudley's back in the mix doing something. They haven't done anything with him in forever. So it just seems
I think
like
that was a one-time thing.
That was Alex Jones.
Connections that they're being made. Like, so I don't know. I'm just
curious. The frog's gay.
I'm curious too with like the new creative and everything. It's definitely more laid back. So do you think like they would be up for maybe using AEW talent from time to time? I mean, it's kind of unheard of with Vince. Like that would never happen. But
they're in a bidding war for talent. I don't think
TNA. Absolutely.
I don't think. I think they're gonna they're gonna start letting people do stuff. I mean, they just let Shayna Baszler work a different promotion this weekend.
Yeah, they've kind of been doing that already.
So they're going to do that, but I think at this point, because of what's going on with AEW, they're not gonna. They're gonna basically work with everybody, but that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna leave them out.
What are they going to do? Give
Nick
Chris Jericho?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
They're gonna work. They'll work with TNA. They'll work with Stardom. They're gonna work with maybe a Japan league. There's another. Who's that hardcore group now that it's kind of like the ECW, a Game Changer Wrestling, GCW. They're gonna
Nick Khan was just there this weekend, like backstage.
They're gonna start mixing it up with a lot of these big companies that are doing big things. Outside of AEW and basically putting AEW in a corner where they're just going to monopolize the rest of the groups and federations out there. I think.
Well, what's funny is like GCW is like an outlaw mud show, literally, and Nick Khan was there like backstage or back behind whatever bar they were having their show at.
They don't have a stage.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean
he's back behind the bar. Yeah.
I'm not into all that stuff anymore, but I mean that federation is freaking over big time. That GCW. I have a friend that goes like all the time. It's like basically like the new era of ECW. It's like very hardcore and they've got a huge following. And that's where like Matt Cardona went for a while and did his thing. And so I guess they are going to try to start mixing it up with some of these groups. But I think it's a good thing. They need to do the things that the WWE never wanted to do. I think that's the biggest thing.
Don't
just
Jericho back.
I don't think Jericho is coming back.
I don't think he'll be back. No. Didn't he sign like a very long deal?
He's got like a 10-year contract with AEW.
Yeah. I think he said he was going to end his career there. So he
good, please,
perfect. Yeah.
He needs to just go away forever.
I think Ed said the same thing, didn't he? Recently, he said he's going to end his career.
You'll never hear him admit it. You'll never hear Edge admit it because he doesn't need money. He is just like, man, I really fucked up.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, he has to be thinking that right now.
Dude, there's the funniest thing I ever saw was like when he debuted on AEW, somebody made like a reel, like kind of like those meme reels where it says something funny above it. And it was like when Edge realized there's nobody on the hard cam side, he debuted on AEW. Yeah. He looks to the right and then he goes, he stops and looks at the right. Oh, there's only people over here. Look, I don't really feel bad for AEW. I swear to God, I'm not an AEW hater. Tony Khan made me hate AEW so much. Ask Garrett, I was the biggest AEW guy when they first started because WWE was trash and they were different. But it's gotten so shitty It's like
Yeah,
it's like that cringy guy you can't stop watching because he keeps saying dumb as shit.
When they had their initial shows, like
I know who that person is.
when
Around
COVID was
like
going,
2020.
yeah, when COVID hit and they were doing those empty arena matches or like shows, and AEW was at, where was that place at in
Daly's place.
Yeah, Daly's place. They had consistently the better show.
They did.
I mean, no shit. That was the
Well,
better.
the problem is they became everything they didn't want to become, and I think that's the problem. Is because Tony Khan is such a Mark fan that he came out to start this revolution with Cody and all these other guys and do pro wrestling. And all of a sudden, you look at their roster now, and 90% or 80% are all ex WWE guys. Like, I mean, they're not. Like, why would they hire Big Show? Why? Remember, like, when he came out, he's got
a 45-degree bend on the knee
when he couldn't walk. Yeah.
Finally getting a run or something, like,
it's really sad.
And then they're throwing him off cars and shit now, and it's just like,
Mark
what are you guys
Henry,
doing?
like, why bring in these guys like that? Like, what are you're trying to be young and innovative and different, and you're signing all these old vets that WWE doesn't want. I just think they were their own demise because he's got a lot of money and he's a fan. I think that
he has no angles, man. Like they have no angles in the AEW. They have nothing like that you can latch onto to say, you know,
they've got so much talent now too that they don't even know what to do with half of these guys. They had to
read something.
It's a mess.
The problem is even if they lose all this money, his dad is so well off. It's a write-off. It's a write-off. Yeah.
He's worth like $12 billion or something like that. His dad is. So
the best thing AEW ever did was when remember when MJF cut that promo and he's like, Tony, you effing Mark, you don't want to pay me.
Yeah.
Like,
and they did absolutely nothing with it.
Because
he was off TV for like a month or so, and then he came back and it was never spoken.
And then his feud with Punk was great. They were doing great. Like that was so good. Tony doesn't know what a story is. And then he listens. You know that him and Dave Meltzer are best friends. They text and talk, and all Dave wants to see if Dave has his way, AEW in 3 years is gonna be nothing but Japanese guys.
What the fuck happened to that guy too, by the way? Dave Meltzer. He just sold his entire soul to that company and they ain't doing shit.
He has a Japanese fetish.
No. Tony Khan sold his soul to him. I'm telling you, he's doing whatever Dave wants him to do.
Just pretty much.
The best thing Khan, those press conferences, they're so hysterical because I love Vince Russo's show where they watch it and they literally just watch Tony Khan's eyes and the way he has to when he hugs wrestlers, he dips his head into their chest like he's hugging his dad. It's so cringy.
It's like when a kid meets Santa Claus at the mall.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the problem.
Yeah.
This is the biggest problem too, is all those press junkets, which is stupid, by the way. It's wrestling. It's not real. You don't need a press junket, right? It's dumb. But all the people they have asking questions, you don't have ESPN out there. You don't have TMZ. You don't have NBC News. You have a bunch of guys like us. You have a bunch of marks that are living their fantasy, and this dumbass that runs this company is letting them like intermingle and start high school drama, like Punk said. Even before Punk said this, it was obvious. And, and Vince Russo, there's that one guy he goes after in particular. It's no different than what we're doing now. It'd be like, Nick, that guy sucks. It'd be like if, Uncle Bill, you should show up to the next press junket. You're just as qualified, if not more.
I'll do it.
Nick Hausman.
Have your little microphone that says Dead Pit Radio on it.
Uncle Bill, Dead Pit, man, y'all fucking suck.
Y'all like,
you got Uncle Bill from Dead Pit Radio.
But yeah, I mean, any final thoughts? A lot of people in the chat seem to be putting the Mania 40 over. It's a pretty solid show. What do you guys think? Final thoughts, boys?
I would say like night one, I would give probably a B minus. Maybe somewhere around there, C plus. Tonight, I mean, it was a solid A, close to an A plus for me. I thought everything worked. I was entertained throughout. Every match I was pretty much into, even the stuff I didn't care about going into, they kind of pulled me in. So I was hyped for it. And to be honest with you, I'm not the biggest Cody Rhodes fan, but at the end of the show, when all the hugging and crying was going on, I teared up a little bit. I was pretty emotional. I was like, that's pretty cool. So I thought it was a great show. I thought they did the right thing, and we'll see what the hell happens tomorrow night. So
yeah, I kind of feel the same way he said. I think B minus night one. I think this was a B plus tonight. I think Cody was the right thing to do. He's not like my favorite wrestler, but I think that it was just the right thing to do to try to move this federation forward and do something different. I think that's what we needed to do. And where it goes from here, I guess it's TBD. So if he fails, he flops, then at least they can say they tried. So
yeah. I mean, they crowned a new champion for the new era. I enjoyed the show. It was fun. I think night 2 was much better. All the stuff that I wasn't exactly into, they found a way to make it more entertaining than what it should have been. And I had fun. I mean, it was fine with me. I got no problems with it. I'm looking forward to see what they do on Raw. Hopefully we get MJF.
I had a few people text me and say this is like the best Mania ever. I don't agree at all. And I'm not trying to be controversial whatsoever.
Too,
I'm not trying to be controversial and say this whatsoever. Like, as far as emotions go, nothing for me will ever top 04 when Benoit won. Like, I was a kid, but that was insane. I cried at that. I was a kid, but like, this was solid B. I thought it was good. I actually thought the main event could have been way more crazy. The Rock didn't do any whipping with the belts.
Yeah, there was
like
no
that.
blood. I was kind of like Garrett was talking about
That's
last night. He was expecting, blood, crimson mask like his daddy, but there was no blood or anything. I was kind of surprised about that.
And as far as it was good emotions, but as far as emotions go, like, to me, nothing has beaten when Benoit won. I swear, I'm not trying to just say that to be funny. Like, I mean, if you guys are older than me, probably, so you remember how insane that was. That was crazy, and that was a great match too, Chris Benoit. But solid B's for me. I'm happy. I'm excited for Raw tomorrow, and hopefully, I'll keep watching Raw and not be like, okay, fuck this, and not watch it for 6 months again. That's my biggest fear. It's my biggest fear.
Could happen.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun show. Best WrestleMania ever? No, that's always going to be 17. 17 is the best American wrestling show ever. But it was fun, and what I'm looking forward to is none of us here know what WWE is without all the Vince-isms, right? All the stuff, like, just for example, the logo, something as simple as the logo being on the ring. We're like, well, that never would have happened with Vince, and it's going to take time, and there's going to be more and more stuff that's going to be like that would never fly with Vince being there. That's going to just be, it's like the possibilities are endless. And that's what I'm really looking forward to. I think this is just the beginning. There's a whole new, it truly is a whole new era.
They've been planting the seeds all weekend.
Yeah,
right.
Definitely.
The stuff like, I think there was a stream you did, CK, with Stuntman, where you said that WrestleMania was your least favorite show.
I said
Vince
that,
would screw it up. And I agree 100%, because it would, the old days, they would build up something, and then a month before WrestleMania contort everything to fit what Vince wanted. It made no sense. Now it's like everything's long-term planning. They're going to Netflix, next year? The possibilities are endless, As Tom Atkins would say, who's to say? Who's to say what's coming up next? So.
Yep.
I'm very interested in seeing what they do with what happened tonight. Like, where does the bloodline go from here? What does Cody do? Damian Priest, how long of a run are they going to give him? So, I mean, as far as big moments, memorable moments, 20 years from now or whatever, I think the only thing would be maybe Cody winning the title on this show. There's a lot more WrestleMania moments in the past that I recall. Probably one of my I was there at this WrestleMania, which is why I always remember this. WrestleMania 8, Bret Hart versus Roddy Piper. Matches like that, Macho Man and Flair and everything. Get the fuck down.
Goddamn pussy.
You're as bad as
tearing my shit up. But yeah, I mean, it's a fun show. Best WrestleMania ever? No. Probably the biggest money-making WrestleMania ever, I would say.
Probably.
It's impressive, the production side of it, where it's going. So it'll be interesting to see if all that translates over to Raw. Willing to bet it does. You're going to see all those ads, Wheatley's, drink your vodka neatly or whatever the hell it is. And
that's what
the dude wipes and all that stuff.
I really do think,
forget the prime.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to when they go to Netflix. They're going to do a total overhaul on the look and feel and production of Raw, which is much needed. It's been a recycle of the same shit for 15 years.
I just hope they go back to 2 hours, because it's 3 hours. Shit is unbearable at times. Like,
it's bad.
I remember Triple H saying 3 hours is way too long for a Raw.
It really
2 hours
is
better.
Yeah.
When you put
Yeah,
it 2 hours, you have cut out all the fat. There's like minute-to-minute action storylines.
No,
and then when they
no
stretch
real
it to 3
commercials
hours, it's
either.
just-
Like you could do the picture-in-picture thing,
Yeah.
I guess, but everything would flow, straight through. So
Honestly, though, who said this was the best WrestleMania ever? 'Cause
I've
I
seen
think
that.
the
I've-
thing
I've-
is
the
if
same
they
person
did
that
it-
said that Evil Dead Rise is the best horror movie ever.
Oh yeah, well that makes
Oh,
sense.
yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I think that it's again, if you look back and think, was this the best Mania in the last 10 years? Maybe, but I mean, it depends on people's ages too. If they didn't see a lot of the good ones
Right.
back in the
Yeah.
day, like I still look at like the early 90s. I still feel were really good. Like you said, 17 was good for me. I still have a soft spot for 12, 14.
30 was good, man.
I think
Wow,
22 was
yeah.
underrated as
22,
shit.
yeah.
Like,
22 is very underrated.
that's
Yeah.
a great
24,
one.
Although,
And
24.
They're
full-
never coming back to Chicago, though. It pisses me off. Like, I'd like to go, but they're like, fuck Chicago. You don't have a fucking stadium, so we're not coming back.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But
yeah,
the
there was-
Allstate, like the Rosemont Horizon, the old Rosemont, that's still like one of the best buildings. Like it's just there's
it's
something
classic.
about it.
I
I don't
love
yeah.
it. Yeah, but they
It's a
just
little
they don't
sick.
want to do arenas like that for Mania anymore. It's all stadiums.
yeah.
And
I got two predictions for tomorrow night. I want to say this real quick before I forget. Number one, MJF, but they've been planting the McMahon seeds. Number two, the return of Shane O'Mac on Monday Night Raw. I think
He's
he's
gonna blow his
come back.
quad again.
He's gonna blow his quad. Then he's gonna give. He's gonna be on the thing. Give his thumbs
Just
up.
walk out there. Don't hop or anything. Walk.
No
Here
leapfrog.
comes the
man.
money because they brought Stephanie out. You know, I think they snuck Linda in at the Hall of Fame. Shane O'Mac's coming back, man.
Did you see there was
you-
video of Vince yesterday at a restaurant in New York City with like a friend, a guy or whatever? Like
No, I didn't see that.
Mhm.
he looks bad. He looks terrible. He had a cane. He was all skinny.
He's selling it.
I felt like I looked at him and I was like,
trial.
he's like,
the gimmick. He's like,
I'm not able to go to the
He
pit.
had the neck
I
brace on.
can't go to court.
no, but he looks like he's
He's pulling a
deteriorating
Harvey
quick.
Weinstein.
Yep.
Harvey Weinstein
Yeah.
did the same shit where he had the walker, remember?
All of a sudden you'll have
Yeah.
dementia. You just
Yeah.
wait.
Didn't he have the
he-
neck brace on during the steroid
I
trial?
don't know.
Yeah,
He was-
yeah.
he was deteriorating really fast though. So
when
I'll have
he,
to
when
look
he
at
had
that.
that mustache,
I don't know.
man.
he had the mustache.
When he had
though,
that mustache, he looked
Oh,
like a
dude.
demented Walt Disney. He really
I think
did.
you realize
Yeah.
there's no way he can enjoy food or anything right now. He knows it's over. He's
Hmm.
done for. His life is over. I wouldn't be surprised if he takes his own life at this point.
I think. it
Although
was-
didn't they recently when there's something like he was showing that she was writing love letters to him or something? Like,
Yeah, I mean, there might be more to the story than we.
Yeah,
really
she
know,
claims
but-
it was
I
a
just-
the
yeah,
lawyer
I-
said it was coerced.
I
You know?
say I call bullshit. I think
Like,
there's
she's like
something
standing behind
going
it, keep
on. I
writing.
know,
Keep
yeah.
writing. Yeah, write that.
And
write
she
that.
was
gonna pay.
she's if she was like a 20-year-old girl or something, like I would understand maybe she could be coerced and like
How old was she,
manipulated.
though?
She's
She was like-
40 something.
The girl in the
She's a
picture
grown
doesn't
ass
look.
woman.
The girl in the photo
That's
doesn't
a-
look
she looked like a
40 years
kid.
old.
Yeah, but
She
that might
was
be an old
40
picture. The
When
lawyer
last I heard, she's
certainly put certain
42,
information out.
43, yeah. She's
Yeah.
like in her 40s.
Really?
They're
I thought she
mentioning
was in her
Lesnar
20s.
too, so I feel like
Right.
Lesnar's going to come out of this scot free.
Lesnar's coming back.
Triple
I
H
think
talked about him
bring him
on the
back at
press
some point.
I
conference last
fucking hope
night.
Lesnar
Yeah.
never comes back, dude. I don't give a shit if he pissed on people or what. I don't care about. I just hate watching Brock Lesnar.
What?
The
Really?
same fucking match every time. I don't care.
Oh, you don't
Right.
like Suplex City?
Brock
I got you.
Lesnar.
Yeah.
fucking
I just wanted
no
Gunther
way.
to beat him.
Gunther
Yeah,
ain't
that would've
shit.
been
Yeah,
great.
Brock
Yeah.
Lesnar.
He got screwed the most out of that whole situation.
He really
Oh,
did.
yeah.
I feel bad.
He's so good, man. Like
He's gonna be world champion here before the end of the year. I guarantee it.
Who
give him
is?
money in the bank. That's what I say.
No, don't even
Gunther.
do that. Don't even do that because that's bullshit. I don't know. I don't remember who said it earlier, but I'm tired of the money in the bank. It's such a gimmick.
Yeah,
Let him just go out and win it straight up, and then let him be the next dominant world champion. That's
Dude, they should
no,
he
they
should be
should
the
good,
next.
man. And
they should
big
sign
villain.
Jeff Hardy. Sign Jeff Hardy. Let him smoke. Let him drink. Send him to the ring, boys.
No, did you see?
No, man.
They said that
He's
Triple
really-
H has been trying to. Triple H has been trying to bring back like King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view.
Oh,
where
God.
it's like a tournament. I
no.
kind of missed the
Mhm.
tournament setup, but they said
so.
Vince scrapped it, and they said they think that's one of the things he wants to try to bring back this year is like a.
Well, they already
pay-per-view that's
announced
like a
it's
tournament base.
it's
Alan
it's in
Jackson.
Alan Jackson's in here.
it's in
Hard.
Saudi. They already announced it tonight, though. The Queen and the King of the
Remember
Ring.
when-
It's
Oh, they
in
did?
May.
What would you?
Yeah,
Oh.
they're throwing it to the Arabs. So it's like
Oh,
a
really? So is it going to be a tournament like straight up like at the event?
Monster's going to win it.
Oh, don't say.
They've got a bunch of like international shows coming up because they got like the Bash in Berlin. That's Germany.
Hell, they're going to be in
Backlash
France
is
for
France.
Backlash. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like the tournament setup where it'd be like just 8 dudes and then they would just it's the same couple guys match after match at the pay-per-view. I kind of liked that when I was a kid. But we'll see. I think they need to just still run with something different and see how it goes. So.
Get rid of the Money in the Bank pay per view. I don't need that anymore.
Didn't they bring back the World War III style ring or the whatever it's called?
Oh,
the
yeah,
Super
yeah.
Bowl where they shoved
War
the rings
games
together?
Yeah, I
War
love
games?
that.
Yeah.
They're gonna still do that every year, I think.
Yeah,
because
it's Survivor
that's pretty
Series.
over. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Survivor
Why don't they do
Series
Bash
thing.
at the beach and set up sand on the front and everything?
They do some
You know?
stuff like
Should, yeah.
they do it
NXT will do it.
for NXT. Yeah,
I,
they do
I
Halloween
know, but
Havoc.
I hate that.
Halloween
I-
Havoc. Yeah.
Bring it to the main stage, man. I
Have the
want
big
imagine a
pumpkin.
Halloween Havoc. that's,
Spin
you
the
know,
wheel. I would love that gimmick back in
That would be killer.
WWE. That would be
It'd be
so
nice to have
fun.
that gimmick
We're-
back here too.
We're bringing Spin the Wheel, make the deal back as well.
We got
I wonder why they are putting like all those shows like on NXT because I saw the other one for it was the ECW one. It's NXT Heatwave or something.
Yeah,
Probably
like-
because they have the rights to all those names, so they're like, F it, let's just
Yeah.
No, I mean just like use them like on the main stage.
Oh,
like,
I
why
wish,
NXT?
but you never know. They
The
they
in-
might now. They might
I hope
rehaul
so.
all the
The
different.
in your house sets are so cool too. I always like
Yeah,
the in your house.
Bring back the old like the house set.
could
in the
give
back.
away a house.
Yeah, give away a house. Yeah.
But guys, it's a work night. I've got to get the fuck out of here. I got to work tomorrow. But we appreciate everybody tuning in and everything, and we will bring these back at some point. Maybe we can talk about some older events or something like that, and have like a roundtable discussion. I think it'd be fun.
Oh,
like
yeah,
it.
that'd be cool.
I'm all up for more old WCW, man.
Oh hell
I'm
yeah.
all in. I'm all
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I think we should do the AEW comedy hour.
in. Oh,
Oh,
Wednesday.
yeah, man.
The
Oh, that'd be
Scrum-
a
the
weekly
Scrum
show.
breakdown.
It'd be a weekly show, I think.
That is funny.
Better
Scrum
call
special.
Yeah, we still got like 170 people in here, so we appreciate everybody tuning in and everything, and
Get the fuck out.
We've got all of AEW's audience in the show.
all of AEW's people in here.
You guys
and,
like AEW, and just go
Yeah.
comment it under Christian's videos.
Yeah.
We're drawing more. We're drawing more than
Shane.
AEW.
Somebody commented on my video yesterday, like, "Hey, found you from the WrestleManiacs," and he cut a promo on why Osprey's this god of a wrestler to me. Come on, man. Yeah.
They like
It's
track
worse.
him down.
They tracked
That's
him
probably
down.
Crater.
No, I was about to say
Probably
his
He's
name
Bring it
was
on,
Dave
Tony
Meltzer.
Maybe it's
Now you-
season.
Christian,
It was
now you got
Dave
to do
Meltzer.
a response. You got to do a response video
I'm a-
now.
yeah.
Cut a promo as a YouTube short. That'd be great.
Hey, Christian, what's his name? Happened to be Dave Meltzer.
I wish.
That would be funny.
But yeah, guys, appreciate everybody tuning in and everything. Check out everybody's channels. Born to Be Rad, Planet CH8 Stuntman Mark, Alpha Romero. It's got a newer channel. Check his stuff out too, and of course, DEADPIT.
.com.
Give us the thumbs up,
Up you butt.
like, subscribe, and if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that DEADPIT puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a fuck. If you do or
I
don't.
want you to. I want you to.
I don't care.
Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to do nothing.
Listen, they need to do that, pal.
No, don't you dare touch it.
Thumbs up, subscribe, and click that bell.
There's all kinds of wonderful shirts over at shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others, but they all suck. You can get some Dead Pit Radio shirts. You can get Last Out on the Left. The Hills Have Eyes. Texas Chainsaw. Oh, wait, you can't say Texas Chainsaw. All kinds of shirts, folks. You're gonna love them. Shop.deadpit.com.
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. DeadPit on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Dead Pit Radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows, fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Dead Pit on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.